Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome on in to the Valley News Now desk on this Monday morning. As you can see here, we are kicking off this Monday with some pretty gloomy weather out there. Traffic moving pretty good out on the interstate and out on University Drive South down there on that Corwin Auto Skycam, as you can see. And yeah, again, thank you so much for joining us here on the Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So again, yep, we got a gloomy day, and I know a lot of people are wondering what we got in store for the week ahead. We were looking at those 90s last week. I can tell you pretty confidently right now we are not looking at that this week, but we are going to switch gears and head on over to the VNL website just to give you a better idea of what we've got on deck for the week ahead. So I'm going to share my screen with you here. We are on the Valley News Live homepage. We're going to hop on over to our weather tab where meteorologist Lisa Green has just updated this for you a little bit ago. She said a gloomy, rainy, windy start to our week, and you can get a full description day by day of what's really going on. We're just going to scroll on down here. It looks like Fargo right now, we're looking at 40 degrees. We're not going to hop up anything too crazy. Looks like get to about 54, but we got some rain and wind in store for us today. Hopping on over to this 11-day planner. Remember, we got Memorial Day coming up next week, just a week away. Looks like temperatures are going to hop up just a little bit for us here into that 71 degrees by Memorial Day. You can't really see it here. I'll try to zoom on in, see if it's going to agree with me. But you can see those raindrops that we've got there too. Looks like coming up this weekend too, we're going to stay in those high 60s as well. So you just got to get through these next few days and then we are all set. But remember, you can stay up to date with everything that's going on in your region. Our First Alert Storm team works hard to update that for you on that VNL weather app. They'll even post videos throughout the day just to give you more of a breakdown of what's going on in the valley, everything you need to know to keep you and your family safe. Now we're going to hop on over to our news this morning. North Dakota Highway Patrol responded to a DUI rollover crash in Stutsman County. So that was on Saturday, and it resulted in a minor injury. I'm going to pull up that video for you here, okay? There we go. Officials say that crash happened just before 4 p.m. on Highway 9 near mile marker 32. So Highway Patrol says the results of that portable breath test, you can see that right there, 0.302. If you remember, legal limit's 0.08. They are far over that legal limit. Over in Logan County, this was a crazy crash here. Around 26 head of cattle were hurt after the semi they were in crashed on Saturday morning. Highway Patrol says this went down at around 6:40 a.m. on Highway 34. And officials say the driver actually hit an approach and vaulted, causing that crash. So some crazy pictures from that crash there. Moving on here to our time saver traffic. So work continues this morning on I-94 and throughout the week. That's over in Moorhead. Now, last week, crews started work on a project to install fiber communications, overhead message boards, and cameras along I-94 for improved traffic management. So the work is being done in stages over the next several months, and starting today through Thursday, if you were driving in that area, expect some lane closures in both directions from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Minnesota Department of Transportation is also urging you, please pay attention and slow down when you're in work zones where workers are present. And happening today, Fargo Police Department will be hosting a promotion ceremony. That's happening at 1 p.m. 3 Fargo police officers are going to be promoted during the ceremony. That's happening in the commission chambers at Fargo City Hall. Again, that is happening at 1 p.m. today. And some exciting news here. A new ice cream shop coming to Moorhead. Buddy's Parfait is opening up in a familiar location, the former location of the Freeze. So it's going to be a seasonal business during the summer, and they're still looking to hire more employees. So it is also bringing a new owner, Brandy Leno. She has not run an ice cream business before. There she is. This is her first time doing something like that, but she does say that she has worked in similar fields like baking and catering, and she's excited to take on this new endeavor. So right now, Leno's working on cleaning it out and getting it all ready to go for you to come get your favorite ice cream treat. She says menu's going to stay pretty much the same. Don't worry there. There's only going to be some minor changes. She's also hoping to open up shop second week in June. Very exciting. On to some national news here. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. So Biden's personal office released a statement yesterday saying that cancer has spread to the bone. That makes it a more aggressive form of the disease. So Biden, who is 82 years old, was diagnosed on Friday of last week after experiencing urinary symptoms. So a source familiar with Biden and his family have told sources the former president and family are meeting with doctors and considering multiple treatment options, including hormone treatment. Moving on here, Costco has tightened purchase limits on gold bars in the wake of a boom in the precious metals popularity. If you're anything like me, I didn't even know you could buy a gold bar at Costco, but if you were considering it, they did start selling the 24-karat gold bars to members back in 2023. They did limit sales to 2 bars per person, so that limit now has been lowered to 1 per transaction. You could only get 1 gold bar per transaction. Back in January, you could buy up to 5 in a day. That max now stands at 2 bars in a 24-hour period. Costco has not responded to requests for comment about the new limits. And CarPlay is getting a little bit of a makeover here. If you've got CarPlay in your car, it's a pretty sweet feature, but it's now going to be called CarPlay Ultra. One of the biggest features is that it shows information from the driver's iPhone, like maps and media, in the instrument cluster. You can see that right there, right on the dash. If you're familiar with CarPlay, you know you can see those features in your car's infotainment system, usually in the middle of your console. Now, drivers will also be able to change radio and climate control settings through Siri, and it's currently only available on new Aston Martin models. Apple does say it will soon be available in Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis vehicles following a software update. And then, company expects it will be available to other automakers. You gotta wait a hot minute, though. That's gonna be within the next year. Also, a little bit of information here. You must have an iPhone 12 or a newer model running iOS 18.5. Moving on here, Redhawks were looking for a win out in Wisconsin yesterday. Eric Moon has those for you, those highlights, along with everything Twins. That's in your morning sports. We're going to take a listen here, okay?
Their third shutout of the season already on Saturday, the Redhawks tried to end their first road trip of the year on a high note. Fargo-Moorhead took on Lake Country Sunday afternoon in the weekend rubber match. As they have all weekend, the Redhawks strike first. Robert Perez Jr. rips the ball to the left center gap for an RBI double in the first. He drove in both FM runs in this one. But in the second, Luke Roscom plays lawn ball for the Dock Hounds, driving this ball over the wall to tie the game at 1. Redhawks were doing their part defensively. Here's Juan Fernandez catching a Dock Hound stealing to end the fourth. However, a go-ahead wild pitch in the seventh pushes Lake Country to victory. FM falls 3-2. Redhawks get a day off before returning to take on a struggling Chicago Dogs team that's getting burnt by the competition. The first of 3 is Tuesday at 7:02, and if you cannot make it to the ballpark, you can watch this game and every Redhawks game on the 365, channel 11.4. The hottest team in baseball could pick up its 4th straight sweep on Sunday. The Minnesota Twins were seeking their 14th consecutive victory in Milwaukee. But on this Sunday, the Brew Crew got the early jump. Already up 1-0 in the third, Isaac Collins drives in a pair with the bases loaded. Milwaukee led 4-0 in the fourth when Royce Lewis brought some life to Minnesota. That's his first homer of the year to get the Twins on the board. Now to the 7th inning, same score. Here comes Brooks Lee. This RBI single makes it a 2-run game, but that's as close as the Twins would get. Minnesota's 13-game win streak is over as the Brewers win 5-2, but it was quite the streak for Rocco Baldelli's squad.
An amazing run over the last 2 weeks. I had to tell the guys that after the game. There's a lot of work still to be done, and I think I told them we're just kind of scratching the surface as far as what we're capable of this year. But that was just a great run of baseball, one of the best 2-week spans of baseball I've ever been a part of in my life, and we want to get it going again tomorrow and start a new one.
This incredible run has changed the Twins' season. Going back to May 2nd, the last time Minnesota lost a game before Sunday, the Twins were in 4th and losing ground in the AL Central. 2 weeks later, they're in 2nd and 5 games over 500, just 5 games back of the Tigers. Twins host the Guardians starting tonight. That's all the time we have for sports this morning. Tune in to Valley News Live for all your local sports and highlights.
And the #1 golfer in the world showing why he is on top. Scottie Scheffler winning his first PGA championship yesterday in Charlotte, North Carolina, finishing the tournament 11 under par, 5 strokes ahead of the competition. Now, this is Scheffler's 3rd major championship. He did previously win the Masters back in 2022 and 2024. 28-year-old can now begin his quest for a 4th career major win. That's next month when the U.S. Open takes place. Yeah, that's an exciting time. He's getting real worked up there. Now, thank you so much for joining us here on the Valley News Now desk. And remember, you can catch this live stream every morning around 7:30 on Facebook, YouTube, and our live streams on our website. We try to keep you updated with the latest information, and we'll keep you updated online and on air as well throughout the day. Now we will catch you back here tomorrow. Stay dry out there. It's going to be a pretty gloomy day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.